Staples Center in Los Angeles. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. And tonight we've got the Memphis Grizzlies playing against the Los Angeles Clippers here at the Staples Center. With Greg Anthony and Brent Barry, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll be hearing from David Aldridge on the sideline. Hey, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. The Clippers are trying to shift their offense toward ball movement. Last season, Kawhi Leonard and Paul George both notched career highs in assists. Kawhi said, if I can get us in our offense, that makes me happy. It doesn't matter about getting an assist. Just make the right play and share the ball. Kevin?
They've got great chemistry, David, just like you and I do. Thanks for that report. And they'll have some minutes to make up for with an injury in their roster.
Missing a valued contributor, that can be a challenge. We'll see how they answer the bell.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. The guard pair, it's Morant and Brooks. Anderson and Jackson inside. And it's Bane in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Clippers, outside the wings are George and Leonard. Morris at 4 with Ibaka at the 5. And it's Jackson in at the point. And in this early season, Brent, what is the feeling on a team that's trying to build chemistry?
You're coming out of training camp, and you kind of gotten to maybe D, E, and F of your alphabet of plays, and you want to get those execution points down, the teachable moments on offense down. Most coaches, though, Kevin, are focused on the foundation of the defense, the rules that we've set, the obligation that you have to your teammates, and to start on that end of the floor. And that's really what the first 20 games are about for most teams.
And good to see Jackson finish closer in. Not a guard who just chucks up threes, can find the creases with that handle.
Now here's Jackson. Kicks to Morant. Back to Jackson. And it's blocked by Ibaka. Here's George. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
He might operate primarily on the perimeter, playing out of pick and roll and spotting up the threes, but PG could score on the inside.
And then Morant slams it in.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. Pass to George. First quarter, just over a minute played. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's Mobile 1 block?
And making a statement right away, letting them know they won't get any easy ones when he's around.
George finds Ibaka. 6 on the shot clock. George looking around. Sinks the three-pointer. George has got 5.
Man, that one looked good all the way. Paul George from deep range.
Morant drives in, and he banks in the layup.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. The 3 from George. And it's George again missing. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Bane passes to Jackson.
What agility there. Look how quick Jackson moves after setting the screen. Perfect execution.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Jackson dishes to Leonard. Down low, here's Ibaka. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist.
Just setting the tone with an aggressive move to the rack. And where's the help defensively?
Yeah, APB sent out to try to find out where the defense is. Inexcusable.
And if you're wondering if Ja Morant lacks for confidence, well, look no further than his point god moniker. This kid is fearless, and he's hungry, and he plays with that proverbial chip on his shoulder.
And the first one drops. And Craig, you talk about the fearlessness for Morant, reminiscent of Allen Iverson, the way he throws his body all around.
I mean, get knocked down, get right back up. At the same time, at 6'3", he can add strength to that frame. I know that's the goal of his as he looks to absorb contact and dish out a little of his own. And coming out of high school, Ja Morant said he was a no-star recruit. One reason he may have been overlooked was his small-town upbringing, growing up in Dalzell, South Carolina.
Memphis with the ball. They trail by 1. Coming into this, having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
Yeah, in that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, with the defense struggling like that, I think they just stayed with a healthy, consistent pace to get that win.
And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. And even though he played on an AAU team with Zion Williamson, you know, scouts, Greg, were looking right past Ja Morant.
And didn't get a lot of offers at first. After 2 years at Murray State, he joined Steph Curry and Damian Lillard as another star point guard out of a mid-major program. And to this day, he carries that underdog chip on his shoulders.
Here's Leonard, drills the baseline jumper.
And that's the high motor, the long strides we're always talking about with Leonard, killing it in transition.
Morant passes to Brooks. Bane inside the three-point line. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And here's Leonard. Turned in an outstanding game against Golden State. Pass to Ibaka. They get it back. Nice D from Brooks.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups.
Off target with his 3. And Jaren Jackson picks up the foul. That's his first foul. For Los Angeles, they've gone just a shade under 50% from the field. 5 of 11. George passes to Ibaka.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Again, Ibaka missing. Here's Brooks. The rebound by Ibaka.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Jackson looking around. Here's Leonard. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Morant drives in. Anderson can't get it to go.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
Leonard with the bucket.
Kawhi confident in that shot there. Just gets the ball. He really didn't waste any time.
Now here's Morant. We saw him with 29 points last game. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, showing off a little athleticism there. Fun watching Brooks get up high on that alley-oop.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 6 of 14 shooting the ball since the start of the game. Here's Jackson. Stolen by Jackson. George against Brooks. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Clippers trail by 3. Outside Leonard. Back to George. Beyond the arc. No good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. It's Morant with the drive. And finished off by Morant.
Anderson has great vision as a point forward. Exceptional court awareness.
LA's gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. Left side Jackson. Wide open look. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. Bledsoe comes in for Jackson. Adams, he's checked in for Memphis. D'Anthony Melton comes in for Dylan Brooks. Leonard with the ball. He's got 5. And the rejection by Jackson. He takes it in. The offensive rebound. And the rejection by Ibaka.
Well, when it comes to the timing, Serge Ibaka has that in spades. What a great sense for blocking shots.
Nicholas Batum. He's checked in for Los Angeles. And Memphis also making a switch. Konchar's checked in for Bane. Clippers trail by 5. Now George. Another guy who really kicked it up a notch in that game against the Warriors.
Yeah, showing some strength in the paint there. Tough rebound.
On the wing, Melton. The feed to Jackson. The pass to Concho. Launches it. Got a piece of it. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum. And the Clippers making a change here. Kennard's checked in. Feeds to Morant. Clock at 4. Now here's Melton. Kennard covering. The shot's good. And the Grizzlies lead by 7.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Clippers shooting 33% here in the first quarter. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
Zubac finds Batum. And they get it back. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Kennard for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Here are the Grizzlies with the ball. They're on a 19-7 run. Here's Melton. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there. Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Here's Conchar. No points in the game yet for him. Jackson passes to Melton. Shot clock at 6. Here's Morant. Goes back up, and the layup is good.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Into the lane. Gets it to go. That one good from Melton.
Defensively, they've been a step slow here to start.
Now, here's Kennard. Knocked away. Melton passes to Adams. No good that time. The Clippers go the other way with it. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Impressive to see them on the road just step up and have that kind of offensive performance.
And the Grizzlies with possession here. The Clippers getting the bucket. Here's Melton. Misses off the right iron.
His shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And it's Bledsoe off the drive. It's stolen by Adams. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Morant passes to Concho. Tipped away. Outside Jackson. Here's Adams. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 3 assists tonight. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect has to be the fast break and transition play, really looking to go up tempo tonight. Such a big part of what he does for this team, just work and work on the boards, generate second chance opportunities, and hopefully convert.
Now here's Jackson. Adams outside. Here's Morant. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
1:27 left in the first quarter. Steven Adams, and you know this story, Brent, comes from a family of world-class athletes from New Zealand.
He has carved out an incredible career in the NBA, continues to be one of those guys that teammates love with the spirit he brings to the game, and just comes from a family of incredible athletic prowess.
Now here's Jackson after the miss from Serge Ibaka. Morant scanning the floor. Tries again. Jackson misses. And so Ibaka, he'll bring it up for Los Angeles. It's a 14-point game. And here's Kennard. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Lets it go from deep. Another miss by Ibaka. Memphis has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Melton, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Finished the season last year around 80% from the stripe.
First one falls for him. For the Clippers, Marcus Morris is checked in for Ibaka. Mann subbed in for Kennard. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Tillman, he's checked in for Jackson. And Tyus Jones subbed in for John Morant. Melton hits them both. Clippers trail by 16.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And there's the call on Jones. That's his first foul. "20 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Bledsoe with it. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And off there, he misses his first shot of the night. And after just 1 quarter of play, a double-digit differential on the scoreboard. Grizzlies lead by 16. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And looking at what we've seen, Grizzlies pretty much in control here.
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
You know, they really made a lot of good quality reads down there. Took some chances, but feeling more calculated than risky.
Memphis leading by 16. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Post tandem for him, Morris and Zubac. Then there's Batum. Then there's Bledsoe. And it's man in at the 2 spot. Here's Bledsoe following the score by Memphis. Pass to Zubac. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Jones dishes to Adams. It's not going to fall. He's taken 4 shots and made 2. Pass to Bledsoe. This one for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Again, floor vision from Eric Bledsoe makes dishing that basketball look easy.
It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, mid-range jumpers are something of a lost art these days, but they're still practiced by superstars like Kawhi Leonard. Coach Ty Lue said, why not work on the shots that teams are giving up? Down the stretch, mid-range shots win games. Playoffs, too. If you shoot it at a high clip, it's just as good as a 3 for me. Guys?
And they do shoot it at a good clip, and they rely on it quite a bit. David, thank you. Now Jones, following the miss by Marcus Morris from deep. On the wing, Melton. Passes it to Conchar. Now here's Jones. From the line, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Bledsoe, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Now here's Melton. Tight defense on him. Conchar, the pass to Tillman. Takes a 3. Up and in, it's good. First basket of the game for him. 1 for 4 shooting. And we see teams around the league trying to integrate star veterans with talented rookies. Greg, it's not always easy, is it?
Not at all, Kevin. And a lot of times it becomes a choice between win now or win later. Though the teams with great coaching and development can oftentimes do both.
Here's Jones. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Jones has got his first 2 points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
And so it's Bledsoe. He brings it up for the Clippers. And for those of you just joining us, we're in the second quarter with about 3 minutes gone by.
And the powerful frame of Morris, difficult to knock him off his rhythm, and there finishing through the contact.
Jones, the pass to Tillman. Back to Jones. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Clippers have gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. And the Clippers call time here.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
For the Clippers, Leonard, he's checked in for Zubac. Paul George comes in for Nicholas Batum. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Eric Bledsoe. The Grizzlies also changing it up. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for Conchar. And it's Dylan Brooks in for DeAnthony Melton. Now here's Anderson. Paul George unable to get his shot to go. Excellent D there from George. Mann passes to Leonard. And the layup falls. That's 7 points for Leonard.
Kawhi operating in the painted area. So tough to stop.
Brooks right side. And Adams with the basket on the assist by Brooks.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Jackson with the bounce pass. Looking to get it going. The shot, no good. Good D by Anderson. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Tillman passes to Adams. Brooks against Leonard. Clock at 6. Brooks kicks to Anderson. Over George. And they'll get another chance. Tillman passes to Adams. It's good. Adams has got 4 points in the quarter.
He has created some terrific opportunities for himself and really made the most of it.
LA has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Jackson against Jones. And there's the pass to Mann. A three-pointer off the mark. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 16-7 run. And Brooks, here we go.
And the quickness of Brooks's drive can be overwhelming. Bursts inside before the D can react.
And Los Angeles guys shooting a low 30% mark from the field. Kicks it to George. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Mann. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Clock is at 3. George passes to Jackson. Good on the three-point shot.
And Jackson has become a reliable three-point shooter. That's a shot you got to respect.
Jones against Jackson. Jones, the pass to Anderson. It's Brooks on the wing. Back to Anderson. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks. Anderson's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. On the wing, Jackson. 11 points for him in that last game against Golden State.
And guys, the other thing that he did well was just facilitate the offense, pass the ball around beautifully in that one. Seriously put on a passing clinic.
Now here's Anderson after the miss from Reggie Jackson. Brooks outside. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And definitely a streak shooter. When Brooks is hot, he can carry the offense.
The Clippers shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Goes up from the top of the key. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. 7 points in the game.
Yeah, this story in the second quarter much different than the one in the first. We're finally seeing some aggression.
Anderson dishes to Adams. Pass to Brooks. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And you like to see this from Brooks, right? No need to fall in love with the jump shot. Give the defense different looks.
And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Pass to Mann. And there's the foul. That's on Steven Adams. That's his first foul. So for the Clippers, Ibaka comes in for Marcus Morris. And it's Kennard in for Terrence Mann. Memphis also making some changes. Jackson, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Bain comes in for Tillman. And it's John Morant in for Jones. Now here's Jackson. 5 points in the game. Pass to Ibaka. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists now in this one. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. He dishes it to Morant. Left side, Anderson fires the 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Ibaka's got his 5th rebound in this one.
Been interesting to watch the evolution of Serge Ibaka, just improving that shooting and that confidence to be a perimeter threat. Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
A much better quarter for them shooting the ball.
The Clippers shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Outside, George. George double-teamed. He kicks it to Ibaka. Now the pass to Kennard. And again, it's the Clippers from deep. And with Ibaka, he doesn't shoot a lot anymore, but he's still very efficient.
Well, I think, Kevin, that's what makes him an ideal fit with a team that has 2 star players or other guys who are going to draw attention away from Serge. He can spot up on the weak side, get into a great offensive rhythm, and knock down shots.
LA's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Here's George. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. George has got his 3rd bucket of the night. Memphis has gone 5 of 9 when they put up the 3-point shot tonight. Leonard against Morant. Kicks it to Brooks. Offensive rebound, Anderson. The layup missed.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for him.
Outside, George. Leonard inside. He feeds it to Ibaka. And the rejection by Jackson. And they're able to recover. Leonard, no luck. Guys, some great passing from him.
Yeah, everybody's touching it, and you're starting to see the assists pile up because the rhythm is on display offensively.
And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Konchar's checked in for the Grizzlies. The Clippers shooting in the second quarter around 42%. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
Just tough shots just don't bother Paul George. So smooth with it when he gets into his motion.
Morant passes to Konchar. The feed to Jackson. Here's Bain. Kennard covering. Here's Jackson, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And how about the strength of Jackson there? Uses it whenever he's going up inside and fighting through the contact.
Jackson's gotten 3 of his 5 shots to go here. The 3 from Leonard. It's rebounded by Memphis.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these 2 teams in that area.
Out to the wing. Here's Konchar. No basket with that shot, having trouble finding his range. He's 1 for 5. Here's George, and the rejection by Jackson. Leonard with the bucket. 59 seconds left to play here in the half. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
It's his 2nd foul, but not the end of the world. One more before halftime, though. That would change some things.
Catching up on the changes for the Clippers. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Batum comes in for George. And Eric Bledsoe subbed in for Jackson. Here's Morant. Count that one as his 7th make in 8 attempts. A scorching 88%.
And it just seems like Morant is always ready to outwork the defense. A big effort pays off for him there inside.
Kennard against Morant. 32 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Batum passes to Zubac. 4 on the shot clock. Kicks it out to Leonard for the 3. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
They're having more success from 3-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Bledsoe against Morant. High post try. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And so it's Memphis in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Here with Coach Duran Lou. Duran, what problems are you seeing out there?
because we haven't made shots. We just got to relax. We just got to keep playing.
Thanks for your time, Teron. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. It was all Ja Morant in the first quarter. He had 16 points, 4 assists, and 2 rebounds. Kenny, what was your take on Memphis?
They're going right to the rim, finishing every chance they get. The D was helpless trying to stop them and beating them inside. I love the relentlessness and the aggressive style. This is how you impose your will on another team.
And Shaq, your take on the Clippers?
And one of the main reasons they're down right now is because of their rebounding problems. They're getting outworked, outclassed, not bringing the intensity, not willing to get their hands dirty. They're playing like wimps.
Thanks for joining us, folks. We're now just a few minutes away from the start of the third quarter.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Yeah, something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, if we were grading playmaking today, it's an A+ from him.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Kicking off the second half, here's Taylor Jenkins' 5. The guard pair, it's Morant and Brooks. Anderson and Jackson inside. And it's Bane in at the 3 slot.
High effort play by Morant. He refuses to let the foul stop him from getting the shot up.
These are his 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first one falls. And so he hits both.
Boy, Morant's brought a lot of excitement. He almost always makes the night's highlight reel. He is what I'd call an elite showman.
Now, here's George. The rebound by Anderson. Anderson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Pass to Bane. 3-pointer. Cans it from downtown. Bane's got 5 now.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Here's Jackson. And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Anderson against Jackson. Morant outside. Back to Anderson. Stolen by Jackson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul. And now let's revisit that exceptional mobile 1 block.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Jackson passes to Leonard. Back to Jackson. In the corner, George with it.
And a clever defender. I like seeing Brooks be that pest on this end and just disruptive.
Memphis moving it around. Fades away. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
There's the 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Bane's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Ugh, ugly start to the second half. They've missed their first 4. They've got to get on track.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Paul George has taken some heat in recent years. He says people get so caught up in what other folks think. I'm Paul George. I don't care to be anybody else. I am who I am. You love it or you don't. Simple as that. Guys, with his player on the floor, he has answered all of his critics.
He is certainly playing at an elite level. EA, thank you.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And he converts the layup. Morant's got 20 points.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
So it's the Clippers now. Outside Leonard. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Unloads from 13. And he hits the jumper for 2. Leonard's got 14.
And coach applauding the night Kawhi Leonard is having. He's totally in the zone.
One thing about Kawhi Leonard's defense, Brent, his quick hands really help him.
Well, isn't it incredible, Kevin, every year how many steals Kawhi gets that are so much different than any other defender in the NBA, where he literally rips that ball away from any offensive player and takes off down the other end of the floor.
Here's George, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. He's got 11.
Yeah, Paul George, too nice from that distance, just gets up there with confidence and knocks that one down.
Morant drives in. Leonard with the steal. And Marcus Morris with the 3.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Morant against Ibaka. The 11-footer, and it's Morant missing. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's foul number 2 for him. Mann's checked in for Marcus Morris. Memphis also making some changes. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Jaren Jackson. Tillman comes in for Kyle Anderson. And Tyus Jones subbed in for Brooks. Now here is Ibaka. He's got 8. Puts up a 3. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. DeAnthony Melton, he's checked in for Morant. Memphis leading by 22. There's the drive.
And he just elevates and powers in the one-hander.
Textbook. And it's Leonard with the ball. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. Here's Ibaka. The 3rd shot of the possession finally falls for him. Ibaka's got 10 points in the game.
Kind of a throwback bucket. Ibaka down on the inside, getting points off the glass.
Pass to Adams. Now Melton. 11 points in the game. Tillman passes to Jones. Just 4 to shoot.
Well, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Memphis.
And they haven't been pushed around in the paint at all in this game. They have been the aggressors.
Another thing they've done well tonight is to share the basketball. So many of their buckets have just been off crisp offensive sets, setting up their shooters.
And that one falls for Jones. Zubac is checked in for Los Angeles. And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Back to Jackson. Kicks it out to Leonard. A 3-ball. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson. Jackson's got 5 assists tonight.
In perfect timing. This run is exactly what they needed, and it's right when they needed it. They couldn't afford to wait any longer. Oh, big finish, emphatic.
He hangs on the rim just for good measure. Wow. Clippers have gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. George passes to Zubac. And here's Leonard from three. The shot, no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. In the corner, it's Melton. Misses the three. The Clippers shooting approximately 43% in the third quarter. And there's Jackson on the assist by George. Jackson's got his third basket of the night right there. And the Grizzlies leading by 21. Jones drives in, and the layup is good.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
The Clippers have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the third quarter. That's tipped. It's stolen by Jones. To the left side wing. Bain for three. Rebounded by Jackson. And here's Los Angeles. George with no one around. Connects from three-point range. George has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, that equals his three-point total from the first half. He had one before the break, and that's his first three of this half.
Here's Tillman. Inside, here's Adams. That's in. That's his fifth field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. LA has gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. Jackson is doubled. Here's George, and it's George finishing it off.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Jones, the pass to Bain. Now Adams. Here's Tillman. Outside, Jones. 6 on the shot clock. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Here's Mann. It's rebounded by Memphis. Bain's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Adams outside. Great look, but off the mark. Clippers trail by 20. Here's Leonard. It's tipped. Now here's Melton. 13 points in the game. Passes to Tillman. And he gets the bucket.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling down.
And Los Angeles guys shooting around 40% from the floor here. Leonard inside. Another shot. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Hard work on the offensive glass. You can see the coaching staff rise up and clap for that effort.
Well, we know Zubac can eat up space inside, Brent. Great job of securing rebounds.
Yeah, obviously, if he was playing starter minutes or anywhere approaching 30 minutes, Zubac is going to be in double figures, ripping down both offensive and defensive things on the glass. What's impressed me about him, though, is he's got great hands on the inside and has now become a very viable roll target.
The free throw drops for Zubac. And the Grizzlies leading by 19. Here's Jones, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It goes on Eric Bledsoe. This is his second trip to the free throw line. And he makes the first. And so Jones nails both of them. Clippers with the ball. And here's Leonard. 17 points in the game. Adams, some nice D. Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And the rejection by Zubac. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. Leonard with the steal. And DeAnthony Melton picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Clippers trail by 21. Outside Leonard.
Just doesn't seem to have the same energy level after his terrific first half.
Melton, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Yeah, easy call.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Free throw drops for Melton. Melton hits them both. Los Angeles has gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. The Clippers shooting their 2nd and 3rd shots at the line right here. He misses the free throw.
Eric Bledsoe bounced around a little bit in the early part of his career under the tutelage of Chris Paul when he first came into the league. Seems like he's found a home here and very much settling into his role.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. And he can't make the 2nd free throw either, missing both. Melton with the ball, and Batum picks him up defensively. Melton kicks to Adams. The pass to Jones. Here's Conchar. Here's Adams. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Marcus Morris picks one up there.
Well, Adams with the make them pay mentality right here from the free throw line.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. That free throw, no good.
But just for his physical presence alone, Steven Adams is the kind of low post player that every team wants to have. One of those old school banging back to the basket bigs, and somebody who's going to set hard screens and battle every night.
Dylan Brooks, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. It's Brooks on the wing. On the wing, Jones. The Grizzlies with another miss. Stolen by Brooks from 12 feet out. That one a little long. LA's gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. And there's a whistle that goes on John Conchar. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. For Los Angeles, they have made 1 of 3 free throws in the game.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Jaren Jackson comes in for Adams, and it's Morant in for Jones. Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, Kennard has had some injury struggles in the early part of his career, but every time he comes back, he's hitting the ground running and gets himself back into a good offensive rhythm.
Pass to Jackson. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Zubats has got rebound number 8 now on the night. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. And the Grizzlies making a change here. Anderson's checked in. And it's Anderson with the ball for Memphis. Morant outside. Jackson trying to break free. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
The rugged toughness of Morant. Excellent at fighting through there and capitalizing in style.
He's had 4 chances at the line, made them all. That's good from Morant. The Clippers really having a tough go here. Bledsoe passes to Zubats. And here's Kennard. Back to Zubats. Over Morant. That one wide left. Memphis has gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
Los Angeles has gone downtown a lot since halftime. They've missed 5 of their 9 attempts out there. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jaren Jackson. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2. The Clippers have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight. First free throw is good.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
Memphis has gone into a slump here from three-point range, shooting just 1 of 5 here in the third. Brooks, the pass to Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson. Great game for him, double-double now. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Now, here's Zubats. And good that time. Zubats has got his second bucket of the night.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Bledsoe against Morant. Brooks, the pass to Tillman. The kick out to Anderson. Drains it from beyond the arc. Anderson's got 7 points in the game.
That's a pretty good look from Kyle Anderson. Good form as he squares up and knocks down one from the perimeter.
Three-pointer. It doesn't go for him. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided affair. Grizzlies out in front as they end the third quarter on a 14-6 run. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we know, is peripheral vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. So with George on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Giles is out there with Marcus Morris. Then there's Bledsoe. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Batum in at the 3 spot. Yep, that one goes. Culver's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Grizzlies. Bledsoe with it. And we are seeing a lot of star players now, Brent, gravitate to the big markets. Do you think the NBA will ever have something like a franchise tag similar to pro football?
That's an interesting idea. I don't think so. I don't know if the NBA Players Union would sign off on something like that. You know, the first thing that might be addressed is getting to a point where there is a salary cap and a hard cap for teams to stay under some sort of financial restrictions that allow the smaller market teams to compete in some ways. But up until that time, Kevin, I don't see much of that changing.
One minute now into this fourth quarter. Bledsoe passes to Giles. Now here's Kennard. Lets the three fly. The shot off that time. And Memphis the other way now. Culver passes to Jackson. Sweet move. Can't get the layup. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. It's rebounded by Memphis. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Now here's Culver, defended by Batum. Here's Kennard. Can't cash in from close range. And here's Dunn. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Culver's shot is off.
I think he rushed that one just a little bit, thinking the defense was going to get close. They weren't.
And the rejection by Jackson. And here we go. Morant's heading to the hoop.
And going up strong inside demonstrates confidence. Morant not afraid to get physical.
Greg, playing most of your career in the 90s, the game has really changed. Less physical, more skilled. But what role has the league played in all of that change?
Well, the NBA is at the forefront of these changes. The competition committee that they have that meets annually to discuss ways to try to improve the game. Listen, they're not going to always knock it out of the park, but you have to go forward. And I applaud the league for their attempts to try to improve this game and grow.
They get it back. And it's Giles missing. Memphis has gotten the three-point shot off 16 times tonight. 7 times they've hit it. 9 times they've missed. Culver dishes to Morant. And that one's in. He's only missed 3 of 13.
And how about the assertiveness from Morant, wasting no time firing? Love his approach.
Feeds it to Johnson. To end the run.
And that defensive versatility Jackson has is just incredible. Able to guard multiple positions due to that height and reach.
Morant passes to Culver. Memphis moving that ball around. Just 5 on the clock. And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
And the Clippers making a change here. Man's checked in.
Yeah, love the attitude he's playing with here in the second half. Going strong to the hoop and getting to the free throw line.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
And with those points, he puts an end to that 10-0 run by Memphis.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Jackson kicks to Culver. Dunn left side. Culver dishes to Morant. To the wing on the left. Here's Dunn. And not sure what he was thinking there. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Johnson. No good that time. The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Here's Morant, and he goes right over Serge Ibaka and slams it down.
And that's impressive. Morant's ball control and take charge attitude is what makes him so special.
Let's take another look at the staunch defense during that mobile 1 block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Grizzlies have gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Outside Williams. Pass to Dunn, and it's out of bounds. Last touch by Dunn. Steven Adams, he's checked in for Memphis. And Los Angeles guys shooting just 35%. They've got to get better looks. Johnson inside. He's guarded by Williams. A shot by Johnson, no good.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Dunn outside. He kicks to Morant. Adams in the corner. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Mann. Passes it to Ibaka. Lets it go from the wing. It's hauled in by Adams. Adams has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Here's Williams. He sinks the 11-footer. And so here are the Clippers. Mann passes to Ibaka. And now that we've gotten a taste of it, Greg, what do you think of the play-in tournament?
I love it. I mean, it definitely has some pros and cons, and you want to keep as many teams as possible engaged down the stretch, but it's a long season, and for some teams, it just got a little bit longer.
The first free throw is good.
And Culver's game just screams potential. Already a good scorer, rebounder, and passer. Now the next step, improving that outside shot.
And Memphis making a change here. Jones is checked in. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Clippers. Kicks to Winslow. Back to Johnson. And Keon Johnson picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
The Grizzlies have gone 6 of 9 on their field goal attempts since the start of the fourth quarter. Jones the pass to Dunn. Adams with it. Now Culver. Dunn attacking. No good on that one. LA's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Here's Johnson. Rebound by Williams.
Give him a little credit. Take some guts to keep shooting if you're struggling this bad. It's getting a little bit ugly right now.
Shoots a 3, and that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And this August, the Summer League was back in Las Vegas, Greg, and that's where you're from, that's where you played. How pleased are you to see your hometown become a mecca for the game in the offseason?
Oh, it is such a proud moment for me, born and raised here, growing up here. And quite honestly, I'm just thrilled that we have Summer League again. After what we've gone through, partner, it is just a breath of fresh air to get back to focusing on the little things.
Tillman, he's checked in for Williams. Here's Giles. Offensive rebound.
And they've won the rebound battle so far, and it's translated to the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's not just about stopping the offense in the scouting report. It's about knowing where to be when those shots are going to be missed. And they're doing a nice job on the rebounding.
And Los Angeles guys shooting 34% from the field. That's not going to get it done. Johnson finds Winslow. Here's Giles. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And Greg, a lot of new head coaches stepping into this season. How does a first-year coach come in and win over a locker room?
I mean, Kevin, that's a great question, and I think there's a combination of competence and humility that one has to have. And I think, believe it or not, the most important trait, you got to be consistent. Your message cannot waver. It cannot fluctuate. That's one way that you will lose a locker room.
Free throw good, Giles. Reggie Jackson's checked in for Terrence Mann. Second free throw, no good. We're seeing a lot of top high school players opting for the G League over college now, Greg. What's your advice to top young players on their path to the NBA?
And well, Kevin, I think you just answered it. It's their path. And I don't think the same path is right for everybody. There are going to be a lot of talented young men and women who want to go to college for the experience, for the environment. For the networking, right? You're going to make some of the best friends you'll ever have on a college campus. Having said that, though, some kids aren't in the college, aren't in the school. They want to just go and pursue their passion and their craft, and that's why I think the G League and the developmental leagues that are out there are so good for these young players.
Here's Tillman, and it's Adams on the follow. Adams has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, the motor right now for Steven Adams is humming on the glass, getting after it.
And the pass to Ibaka. And again, no good by the Clippers. The Grizzlies have got a pretty good rhythm going offensively, shooting 8 of 15 for the quarter. Jones with it, and it's Johnson picking him up. And the basket by Jones.
Coaching staff would like some more shots from that range.
Here's Jackson. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off. And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And, Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. Now, here's Adams. Now, here's Dunn. Pass to Tillman. Culver in the corner. Off target from three-point range. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. It's deflected. Jones against Jackson. Tillman. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And here is Los Angeles now. Grizzlies making the shot. That one drops for him.
Not an easy basket for Jackson. He doesn't shoot a really high percentage, but he does make a lot of tough hoops.
Now here's Jones. He feeds it to Dunn. Adams trying to free himself up. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Greg, last season, we saw a lot of opinions about the play-in tournament, especially from players. Where did you fall on that thinking?
Well, I'm going to put on my fan hat right now, Kevin, and I thought it was exciting. I mean, seeing the stakes get raised for those teams that are right on the edge, I think it brings more interest for teams. But if I was still playing, I probably wouldn't like it if I had locked up the playoffs and still had to go play to earn a berth.
The free throw drops in for Dunn.
And one area of concern for Dunn, hitting his free throws with consistency, because he has the temperament to draw fouls.
Williams, he's checked in for the Grizzlies. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. LA has gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. Jackson passes to Giles. Knocked loose. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. Pass to Culver. Here's Tillman, guarded by Jackson. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Reggie Jackson. First free throw is good. We've heard the calls for more diversity among head coaches, Greg. With the turnover this offseason came a lot of opportunity.
And Kevin, that's really what it's all about, right? The league's values of diversity and inclusion have been really pushed to the forefront. And I think that's one reason why our game is so popular globally, because it is so inclusive.
The Clippers shooting poorly, just 35% so far. Here's Jackson. That one off the back iron and out. And for Memphis, they're shooting it really well, 54% from the floor. Winslow against Jones. Memphis moving it around. 4 on the clock. From past the arc. Rebound by the Clippers. There's 1:38 left to play here in the fourth. Johnson outside. Ibaka outside. Passes it to Giles. From about 16. He can't get that one. And Memphis the other way now.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Memphis.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
They can chalk this one up, but these two teams will see plenty more of one another before the season's over.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Ja Morant.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Here's Culver, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Now here is Ibaka. No good from 11 feet. And here is Dunn. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
And that's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now we'll go to David Aldridge, who's standing by with our player of the game. Take it away, David.
Thanks very much, Ja. The bench was huge tonight. They came through. How big was their performance?
That just shows you that whoever's coming in the game, just be ready. We got the next man up. When your number's called, just be ready to play. Help us win ball games.
Well, they did that tonight, man. Congrats on the win. Back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.